seeing so many takes and questions from the Percy Jackson fandom about the TV series. Like, why it's taking so long, what's happening with casting, all of it. And I was getting so frustrated because I could not understand why people weren't understanding the production timeline. And then I realized most people talking about this have no idea how TV production actually works. So let's talk about it. Hi, my name is Jules DeVore. I'm an acting major, casting minor with training in producing at SCAD, and I want to specialize in book adaptations. Before I even get into this, quick disclaimer, every single show runs differently. I was not on this production, so this is all based on interesting knowledge and an educated guess. So why does each season take so long? There are 3 phases: pre-production, production, and post-production. To put this in perspective, I'm going to compare the Percy Jackson TV show to a short film that I produced, Baby Please Come Home, which is 5 minutes long. My roommate directed it. Pre-production consists of script writing, casting, location scouting, anything that happens before the camera rolls. In my opinion, what makes pre-production take so long is the writing. For Baby Please Come Home, we did 84 days of pre-production. For Percy Jackson, we can estimate that season 1's pre-production was from May 2020 to June 2022, which is about 25 months. Season 2 was from February 23rd to August 2024, 18 months. Season 3 was January 2025 to August 2025, 7 months estimated. That drop in pre-production time is insane. So what that tells me is that they've likely learned that they cannot fully finish one season before starting the next. So now they're overlapping, especially with writing each season. Also, the writer's strike, May to September of 2023, hit right when they were working on season 2's pre-production. Next, we have production, aka filming. For Baby Please Come Home, we did 2 days of filming, 12 hours each, for only 5 minutes of content. Each Percy Jackson season is about 320 minutes long, so their production timeline takes a minute. Season 1's production took from June 2022 to February 2023, which is about 8 months. Season 2 took from August 2024 to January 2025, which is 5 months. Season 3 took from August 2025 to March 2026, which is 7 months. I wouldn't actually say that that's like a normal timeline, but it's normal for when you have a main cast of people under the age of 16 because they can only work a certain number of hours. In the film industry, we usually do 12 to 16 hours days, but when you have someone under the age of 16, they can only work a certain number of hours, plus they have to get a certain number of school hours while they're on set, so then it's a whole scheduling thing, so that's why it takes a little bit more time for this series. Alright, and then we enter post-production. This is where people really underestimate things. For Baby Please Come Home, we did 4 weeks of editing. Not we. I did not join them for that. That was it's my roommate's project, and she directed it. Like, it's her baby. And when I tell you, they worked for like 12-hour days. Like, I did not see her for like an entire weekend. Editing alone is just a brutal process. I'm literally editing this video right now, and I'm probably on like hour 4 or 6, I don't even know. The post-production timeline for Percy Jackson looks like this. Season 1 was from February to December of 2023, 10 months. Season 2 was from January to December of 2025, 11 months. Season 3 is going to be estimated to be from March 2026 to December 2026, 9 months. So for Baby Please Come Home, our post-production was only editing. We're actually still editing it, but anyway. For big budget productions like this, post-production includes editing, VFX, sound, reshoots, which you can kind of tell if you keep an eye out for it, and then marketing rollout. This is what takes the longest for big budget productions. Okay, but I do have a question, like I can't even figure this one out, so maybe someone comment if you know anything. Why are they releasing this in December? I totally get that like kids are on break from school, but this is such a summer show, and from a marketing standpoint, I would want to drop this in June. I don't get this one, just let me know. Let me know what y'all think. The weird gap between season 1 and 2. There's about an 11-month gap between filming, which is crazy. But here's my theory about what happened. This is absolutely not confirmed. Sometimes they will have stars of long-running TV shows sign exclusivity provisions. Basically, they can't appear in any other show until this show is completed. I think that they had the kids sign exclusivity provisions because Leah and Charlie have not done anything else but some voice work. Dior has done some student films, a music video, music, and actually has a TV show in production. I could not find much about this out, but yeah, there's that info. And then Walker did a movie, Looking Through Water, with a very prestigious director in June 2023, which was while season 1 was in post, which I'm sure they scheduled around him. But all other works he's done since starting this has been voiceover. With exclusivity provisions, that can be like, here, sign this, and you can agree. Your agent's not wanting you to agree right off the bat, because then they're going to give you a little bit of money. Like the money you would have made if you would have been able to do other stuff. They're going to give you some money. Your agent's going to argue, oh, you should give them more money because they're going to have star power to their name and weight. But then the production company's going to come back and go, no, they wouldn't have that weight to their name if not for this production. And you're going to go back and forth. Sometimes you don't go back and forth because for kids especially, if you sign an exclusivity provision, the parents might be like, great, you film this season whenever they need you, but then the rest of the time you're going to be a normal kid. Hold on, before I forget this. So people are like mad. They're like, why is Clarice in this season? She's not in the book. But from a production standpoint, if I'm paying someone for an exclusivity provision, I'm going to just be like, you're putting her in. Because we're paying for her, so she's going to be put in. That might be what's happening. But anyway. But why are we talking about this at all? Well, usually when filming a TV series, production starts at the same time next year. Unless you're Bridgerton. I actually can't even begin to understand what's happening with their production timeline. I marvel at it. I'm the person asking these questions and no one knows. But anyway, season 1 of Percy Jackson started filming in June 2022, but season 2 started filming in August 2024. Besides the writer's strike, I can only think of one possible reason for this, and that's Freakier Friday. Arian, who plays Grover, was in Freakier Friday, filmed from June to August of 2024, right before season 2 started filming. Both of these productions were done by Disney, and I think the studio pushed filming Percy Jackson so that Arian could be in Freakier Friday, because it's actually a really smart move. Percy Jackson fans will go see the movie. These people that grew up with Freakier Friday are feeling nostalgic, and then they'll look up the cast and remember a little book series that they read when they were kids, and they'll rediscover Percy Jackson. This cross-promotion equals more viewers, and it's actually really smart, but I do think that's one of the reasons filming got pushed. Oh, now we get to casting discourse. Oh, y'all. Okay, so a lot of people are like, I don't understand why they're not introducing these important side characters and then just letting them be extras in the show. What? Anyway, so here's why they're not doing that, because that's kind of crazy. From a TV production standpoint, that does not happen. Extras need to be local as they don't want to pay for travel or housing, meaning that casting directors would be required to use the very small pool of actors from Vancouver where the show films, as opposed to searching worldwide for the absolute right person for the role. They would bring this child actor on set, who could only work a certain number of hours, who would have to bring a guardian on set with them, and who their agent would probably argue for higher pay because then they're a specialty extra. And also, people are like, oh, then just have them say a line. So if you simply open your mouth on camera, you get it's a crazy pay bump depending on the show, but that is expensive. To take the time for a casting director to find the right person, do all the things, fly them out, get them housing, pay them, and then pay them the bump that they're probably going to get if they open their mouth. From a producing standpoint, I would say, hell no, we're not doing that. That's ridiculous. Also, I guarantee, if you kind of look in the background, you'll kind of notice that a lot of the kids skew a tiny bit older for background work. Sorry, okay, I just learned this the other day. You're not supposed to call extras extras, you're supposed to call them background, because extras aren't extra, they're vital to making the scene look lifelike. So I really like that. So sorry I said extra. Background. The other thing is, you kind of, when you watch the TV show, yes, there are a couple younger looking kids, but a majority of the background actors are a little bit on the older side. Once again, that's so they can film those longer hours, probably the wide shots, whatnot, and they can also not require a guardian to be on set to take care of them. Because I can't imagine how many people are on that set every day if you're having that many kids on set. There are so many costs in production that it makes total sense why they would not want to take on all these costs for a tiny little cameo. And I will say, I was really shocked that they even tried to do this. They tried to do it in season 1 with Chris Rodriguez. There was a background actor who I think they auditioned and was cast as an in-name only Chris Rodriguez. But what ended up happening, which I actually Googled what happened. I went down a rabbit hole one day when I was really bored on Christmas break. People are saying that there's drama between the season 1 Chris Rodriguez, and that's why he wasn't asked back to portray Chris Rodriguez in the season 2. But that is not true. I actually Googled it and did some research. Please do that before you spew hate on the internet. Thank you. Anyway, he decided to focus on going to college. And they recast this role, meaning that all that time spent on casting was wasted. And now you're probably thinking, why didn't they have him sign an exclusivity provision? Because that costs so much money. Like, I think that that's literally the bottom line. Like, why aren't they introducing side characters earlier? Money. Everything you touch on a set is so expensive. And that's why productions wait until side characters are actually needed. Okay, but on a script note, I do think they should go ahead and bring in Charlie and Selena because their plot in the final season will have a lot more impact if they're established now. But anyway, final question. Are we getting all 5 books? They have the rights to all 5 books, but streaming doesn't work like it did in the early 2000s. They don't order everything up front. Like with Harry Potter, they ordered all of the movies. Or with Twilight, they ordered all of the movies. Actually, that's not true. Twilight, they didn't order all the movies. But usually for big franchises like this, they would go ahead and order everything. But now it's on a season-by-season basis based on things like ratings or viewerships. That being said, it would be financially weird for them not to finish because sets are built, costumes exist, cast is established, fan base is locked in. I personally think that we will finish. It just doesn't make sense not to, but who knows? And finally, what do I think would help the show? Look at my eyes right now. Marketing. Both this season and last season has had such weak marketing. Like, there's a tiny merch line at Hot Topic, which was cute, whatever. They did the billboards with "Have you seen Grover?" and then you could call the phone number and, like, hear his voicemail. That was cute, but I didn't see anything else. If I didn't have my 10-year-old sister going, when is it coming out? When is it coming out? When is it coming out? I would not have known. So, marketing do better because there are so many ways you could get creative with this show. Don't get me started. The other thing that I think would help the show is a lot of like diehard lovers of the book checked out of the first season because the humor from the books wasn't in the TV show. Here's what I think they should do. They cast the Golden Trio so well. And I will never say this, I don't say this, but let them improv. I think these kids are very naturally funny. They're naturally these characters, so let them improv so that the humor gets into the show. Because the humor from the books, it's in their personalities. They're naturally funny, they're naturally watchable. Like, I don't watch cast interviews, but me and my sister started watching some of them, and y'all, oh my god, like stellar casting. Who cast this? Oh my god. It's the same lady that did Big Fish. I love her. She's not still casting it though. Anyway. Alright, that's it. Please drop any thoughts, questions, hot takes in the comments. I'd love to chat with people. On like an unrelated note to any of this, not that anyone cares, but I am now going to be posting videos every other week as opposed to every single week. So, just because it's about to get crazy, honestly, I'm really excited about what's coming up, but I just have to put this a little bit closer to the back burner. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. You wanna film my denim? Is it bad that I might just let